Hey, my name's Naira. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I'm so happy that you're here to share some love, courage, and acceptance. So let's get started on all fours in cat-cow position, just to warm up our back a little bit and start opening through the heart space that's going to allow us to let some of that love in. You've got your hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. Spine is in neutral, and just gently inhale, drop the belly, open through the chest. Exhale, relax the head round through the back. Inhale, look forward, tailbone lifts slightly. Exhale, push the mat away with the hands. Inhale, belly drops, shoulder blades draw together, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round through the spine, relax the head. Inhale, welcome in love. Exhale, let go of fear. Inhale, let love in. Exhale, let fear out. Just a few more in time to your own breath at your own pace. Inhaling as you arch. Exhaling as you round. And when you're ready, coming back slowly to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to continue to warm up with a prenatal variation of tiger pose. So hands and knees in the same position. And just test out how you feel today. Inhale, lift the left arm, raise it forward. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale, same thing with the right arm. Gently place it back down. Then inhale to prepare. Exhale, raising the left leg with the knee bent, dropping the left hip slightly. Placing that knee back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, raise the right leg. Gently placing it back down. And let's do that one more time with each arm, then with each leg. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale, raise the right. Reach it forward. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, raising the left leg. Inhale to hold, squeezing that left glute gently. Exhale to lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, raising that right leg. Inhale, hold, squeeze that right glute slightly. And exhale to lower. Let's try now to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. If it's too much, just stay with either raising the arm or the leg, completely up to you. Notice how you feel today and accept today for what it is. So let's start with an inhale. Exhale, reach the left arm forward, raise the right leg. The thigh is roughly parallel to the floor or lower, but don't raise it too high, or you might arch through the lower back. Dropping the right hip slightly to keep those hips level. Breathing here. And lower. Other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach the right arm forward and raise the left leg. Pushing the mat away with the left hand. Dropping the left hip slightly to keep the hips level. taking care to engage the glute and not the abdominals. Breathing here. And lower, great job. Tucking the toes under, spreading the fingers wide on the mat, index finger facing forward. Lift the hips high, coming into a downward dog. Heels are lifted, we're finding length in the lower back. Pressing the fingers and the knuckles of the hands into the floor rather than the wrists. Looking at the feet and relaxing the head. Let the belly go. Long, deep breaths. Relaxing the head, letting it go, can take some courage, but it allows the nervous system to move from fight or flight to rest and digest. Slowly bring the knees back to the mat. Roll the shoulders back, maybe give the wrists a little roll. Place the hands on the thighs just for a moment, close down the eyes. Notice any changes in the body after that warm-up. Doing an inversion like downward dog where the head is below the heart can help us to overcome fear and come more into an emotional state of acceptance. When you're ready, coming to standing and coming against a wall, spreading the feet about the width of where your wrists are. If you reach the arms out to the side, we're going to come into Warrior Two. A powerful, strong pose, filling us with courage. So heels against the wall. You can place the arms back down to the side for the moment. And then picking up the right heel and pivoting on the ball of the foot so that the right toes are facing towards the right heel is in line with the instep, the sole, the arch of the left foot. The outer edge of the left foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. Inhale, raise the arms to shoulder height, and then exhale, bend the right knee. You might need to take a wider stance so that the knee is directly above the ankle. We don't need to go too low. Make sure that both glutes are in contact with the wall, both shoulder blades are in contact with the wall. And then turn your gaze towards the right middle finger. Tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze the glutes, engage them. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe here as you gaze softly towards that right middle finger. Strong and steady in the lower body, feeling light in the upper body. The left leg is straight, the heel is against the wall, the outer edge of the left foot stays grounded on the mat. Inhale, straighten the right leg, come back up, lower the arms. Turn both feet back to parallel and we do the same on the other side. So pivot on the ball of the left foot, so that the heel lifts on the left foot and is in line with the arch of the right foot. Both glutes in contact with the wall. Inhale, raise the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, bend through that left knee. Again, adjust the stance so that the knee is directly above the ankle. Grow through the crown of the head and make sure both glutes are in contact with the wall, both shoulder blades in contact with the wall. The right heel is stuck to the wall, and then turn the gaze towards the left middle finger. Breathing here. Tuck the tailbone under, open through the chest. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Great job. Coming into another standing pose. You'll need 1 or maybe 2 blocks depending on your flexibility. If you're using 2, just stack one on top of the other. Place the block against the wall and then step the right foot a few inches away from the wall and a few inches away from the block. You're going to place the right hand onto the block. As you do this, make sure that your whole body is leaning, or the whole of your right side is leaning against the wall. Then from here, bend the right knee. When your weight's against the wall, slowly start to raise that left leg, flexing the foot strongly and keeping the leg straight until eventually you place the back of the left leg against the wall and you reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. The right leg can stay slightly bent. Make sure the knee is tracking towards the right little toe, so externally rotate the right thigh. Flex the left foot strongly. The leg doesn't need to be all the way parallel to the floor. Look towards that left hand, both shoulder blades against the wall, aiming to get that left glute to touch the wall as well. Filling the belly with the breath. Exhale, look towards the right hand and slowly bend the right knee, bring the left leg down. Great job. Take a moment against the wall, roll the shoulders back. Close the eyes and notice how you feel, and then we come on to the other side. Placing the block down, same thing in terms of the placement of the foot. Left hand on the block this time, lean the left side of the body against the wall, bend the left knee slightly, and then when you're leaning against the wall, start to lift that right leg up, bringing the back of the right leg against the wall this time. One side might feel very different to the other, not a problem. Just notice and accept it. Again, externally rotate the left thigh, reach up high with the right hand, both shoulder blades against the wall to open that heart space. Flexing the right foot strongly, trying to bring the right glute against the wall. Balancing postures like this take physical and mental courage. And we build that courage through the physical practice of yoga. Also learning to accept how our body feels from day to day, as every day is different. And again, breathing in love with every inhale, filling the heart space, filling the belly. And exhaling out anything that's standing in the way of love. Exhale, look towards the left hand, bend the left knee, slowly come down. Really great work. Roll the shoulders back. Notice how you might feel for this next posture. We'll be using a chair. So the chair is in front of you and you're again separating the legs out the way you did before Warrior Two, both heels against the wall. Feet are parallel with the toes ever so slightly turned in. Hands are on the chair, buttocks against the wall, backs of the legs against the wall. And you're simply going to come down onto the elbows and let the head go the way we did in Downward Dog, building that courage, creating a little inversion which brings us to a place of relaxation and acceptance. So go ahead, come onto the elbows and let the head go. Let the belly hang heavy. Head hangs heavy. Just closing the eyes and breathing here. You're ready, slowly coming onto the hands and then bending the knees and heel toeing the feet back together. We're done with the chair, so we can move that out of the way. And then coming back onto the mat, 2 blocks or something solid that's the same height as blocks, maybe books. Coming into camel pose, which is a strong heart opening pose to really help us accept everything that's before us with courage and love. Bringing the blocks to the inside of the ankles. The knees are directly below the hips. And before we come into this back bend, make sure to really engage the glutes strongly, so squeezing through the glutes. Placing the hands on the lower back. The thumbs are against the lower back, the other fingers wrapping around the side. Bring the elbows together. Engage the glutes and then simply lift the heart towards the ceiling, looking up. Pushing the hips slightly forward. This might already feel quite intense on the breath, so feel free to stay here. You do not need to go any further, especially if you're in the late stages of pregnancy. I suggest you stay here. If you want to go further, Reach the hands onto the blocks behind you, slowly, carefully, keeping the glutes squeezing and engaged to protect the lower back. Any pulling in the belly, stay with the first option, do not come into this option. When you're ready, very slowly support the lower back and come up. You might feel the heart beating strongly, slightly lightheaded. It's okay. Just come onto the knees for a second and breathe. That's an intense back bend, so the first option really is probably the most suitable if you're not used to it. We've opened through the heart, letting love in. Let's take a moment to absorb what we've just done. So coming into hero pose, because you are absolutely a hero in terms of everything that your body is doing at the moment. Coming to sit on blocks, maybe even a bolster or books. You're on your knees. Legs can be as wide apart as you like. The key here is to tuck the tailbone under so we're not curving through the lower back. Grow through the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe even place the fingertips on the mat behind you to really open through the heart space again. Close down the eyes. And just take a moment again to notice what is happening physically, mentally, emotionally. And to welcome whatever you're feeling with love and acceptance. And to have the courage to go within and find out what's there. With all the postures we're doing today, we're also creating space in the belly for the baby to be able to move more freely. Lift the heart towards the ceiling for the last few breaths. Then gently blink open the eyes and we'll come into a little bit of a stretch. I'll move back slightly on my mat. So here you're staying seated on the blocks, keeping that lovely posture that we just found in hero pose. One leg is going to stretch out, so let's start with the right. Start with bending the right leg. So reach the left leg out, flex that foot. You're really coming onto the sit bones on your block here. The sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh and letting the right knee drop out to the side. You can place the right knee on cushions, blocks, books, anything like that. Bend the left knee, bring the strap around the left foot, and then slowly straighten that leg as you hold on to the strap. Arms are straight. Focus on grounding both sit bones onto the block and on opening through the chest and keeping that lift in the upper body. You can even raise the chin ever so slightly, close down the eyes. Great pose for calming down the mind, bringing focus and concentration. Draw the shoulders down the back. Might also feel a bit of an opening through the right hip, but no straining. You can rest the knee on something so that you're not feeling too much of a pull in that right hip. Slowly blink open the eyes, bend the left knee and switch legs. So this time the sole of the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh and you're letting that knee drop to the side. Again, you can rest it on a block. Bend the right knee. Strap around the right foot and slowly straighten that right leg. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Again, holding onto the strap, we're not rounding forward, we're keeping lifted through the heart space. Welcoming in love with every inhale. Letting go of fear and apprehension with every exhale. Coming to a place of peace and acceptance. Place where the breath can slow down and the mind can come to stillness. Slowly bend that right leg, bring it towards the body, and we come to our final relaxation. I'm using 2 bolsters, so placing one on a block and the other one is going to go underneath my knees. Just really important that you have a support for the lower back while pregnant and that you're not just lying directly onto your back. So bring the lower back against the bolster and then really slowly lower yourself down so that your back is on the bolster, supported by it. And nothing to do but lie here, feeling supported. Thanking yourself for coming to the mat today, for having the courage to both move and be still. For having the courage to take a moment to notice what's going on internally. It's through the practice of yoga, the physical practice, and the many other aspects that make up the full practice of yoga that we get to know ourselves. And through knowing ourselves, we get to know the universe too. Sending love to your baby with every inhale. Releasing any fear, tension with every exhale. Accepting where you are now. Not looking back, not looking forward. Just being in this present moment. You, your baby, and the energy of the universe that surrounds you both. Just lying with yourself and your breath. Staying here for as long as you like. Or coming with me, moving gently onto one side to bring yourself back to a seated position. Bringing your hands in prayer position to heart center. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale to make the sound Om on the exhale. Om. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye. Courageous mind, thumbs to the lips, words of acceptance, thumbs to the heart, love to all. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you next time.